Good evening, everyone. I trust that everyone had a great day. We are group number 7. Our group members are Tunisha Bourne, Unisa Sargent, Sayana Amzad, Varsha Sinarain, Shelley Joseph, and myself, Ria Rukla. This poster emphasizes the significance of early childhood language development, emphasizing the role of parents, caregivers, and educators in fostering strong language skills for lifelong learning. Language acquisition refers to the process through which humans learn to communicate sign language. As a result of biological and environmental influences, language acquisition is a process by which children learn and develop language abilities from birth, enabling them to comprehend and use words, phrases, and grammatical structures.
The stages of language development are the pre-linguistic stage, one-word stage, two-word stage, early multi-word stage, and the later multi-word stage. The pre-linguistic stage ranges from birth to approximately 6 months. At this stage, babies usually make noises like crying, whimpering, and cooing. It is known as the pre-linguistic stage because the sound the babies make are not considered language. They are called involuntary responses to stimuli. Babies will express themselves differently from us. They would cry to indicate hunger, pain, or discomfort. Whimpering would suggest teething, dirty diaper, overstimulation, illness, etc. They would coo to indicate happiness, contentment, and an attempt to speak. The one-word stage, also known as the holophrastic stage, is the second major phase in the child's language acquisition process. This stage occurs around 9 to 18 months. At this stage, children would use one word to describe their feelings, wants, and needs, as it suggests in the name. They may use words like mama, dada, ball, juice, etc. The two-word stage is between the ages of 18 to 24 months. At this stage, children will begin to speak in mini sentences. They will better communicate their emotions and needs with combinations of words. For example, more tea, open door, doggy bark. The early multi-word stage is from 24 to 30 months. At this stage, children will string more than two words together to express themselves. For example, to tell someone the sound a cow makes, they will say, cow go moo. The later multi-word stage is from 30 months and beyond. Children will begin to communicate better with the use of grammatical sentences well enough to carry on a conversation.
Reading together, engaging in conversations, and singing songs and rhymes are ways to encourage language development in young children. Reading together. Reading with children helps them to develop their vocabulary, comprehension, and language skills. It exposes them to new words, sentence structures, and storytelling, which are very important for language development. Moving on to engaging in conversations. Having conversations with children, it helps them to practice language skills, learn new words, and understand how to communicate effectively. It also encourages them to express their thoughts and how they feel, enhancing their language abilities. Singing songs and rhymes. Singing songs and reciting rhymes are joyful ways to introduce children to rhythm, songs, and language patterns. This helps in developing a phonological awareness, which is very important for reading and language development. By incorporating these activities into daily interaction with young children, parents and guardians can play a significant role in fostering their language skills and overall development.
Speech disorders in childhood, articulation disorder, speech delays, and stuttering. Articulation disorder. This refers to difficulty pronouncing and singing songs correctly, making speech unclear. It's more about how songs are produced rather than the ability to understand or form words. Some common characteristics are substituting one song for another, example saying wabbit instead of rabbit, omitting songs, for example saying k, k, k instead of cat, distorting songs, for example saying ton instead of son. For example, a child with an articulation disorder might say, I like to pay, instead of saying, I like to play. Speech delay. A speech delay occurs when a child's speech development is slower than expected for their age. It involves a delay in speaking clearly and expressing thoughts verbally, which could be related to vocabulary or grammatical issues. Some common characteristics are limited vocabulary for their age, difficulty forming sentences or using correct grammar, trouble pronouncing words correctly. For example, a 3-year-old with a speech delay might only say words like ball or mama, instead of starting to form simple 2 or 3 word sentences like I want the ball. Stuttering. Stuttering is a fluency disorder where a person repeats, prolongs, or gets stuck on songs, syllables, or words, disrupting the flow of speech. Some common characteristics can be repetition of songs or words, for example, I want to go. Prolongation of songs, for example, son. Blocks where no song is produced, for example, a silent pause while trying to say a word. For example, a child with stuttering might say, I don't know, while struggling to get the words out smoothly. Each of these issues can affect communication, but may require different approaches for support and treatment, such as speech therapy or specific interventions.
Strategies parents can use to utilize language development, modeling language, encouraging play, and using visual aids are effective strategies for enhancing language acquisition in children. Modeling language. Modeling language involves demonstrating the use of language through action, speech, and gestures. When adults model language, they provide children with examples of how the word used and phrased in various contexts. For example, adults use correct grammar and pronunciation to show how to form sentence. Encouraging play. Encouraging play is a natural and enjoyable way for the children to learn language. Through play, children can practice using new words, understanding different functions of language and development. Social communication skill. Types of play that enhance language acquisition include pretend play, interactive games. Pretend play is where you could encourage the children to engage in role play and help them to practice using language in different role play. They would use different language as their role play. Interactive play, we have like the game Simon Say. This is where they will learn to take turns and follow rules and improve listening skill and comprehension. Using visual aids. Visual aids can make learning language more engaging and accessible, especially for visual learners. We have pictures. This is where they would look at pictures of objects, animals, and help the children to learn, remember, and to learn new words. Labeling pictures with words reinforce vocabulary. They could use charts and graphs, videos, flashcards. By integrating modeling language, encouraging play, and using visual aids, adults can create approach to language acquisition that is both effective and enjoyable for the children.
Providing a language-rich environment. It's about using language to interact, to share focus, to talk, or to take turns. It is also about nurturing environment, giving your child love and affection, building their self-confidence, building a learning environment, creating a place where love, language, and learning can all take place. Offering positive reinforcement by encouraging desired behavior and fostering a positive learning environment that can help individuals achieve their common goals and improve their behavior. For example, you can tell a child to pack up the blocks. When they're finished, you can say, "Great job packing up the blocks," sorry. So the child can be aware of what exactly they are being complimented for. This brings us to the end of our presentation. Hope you all enjoy. Thank you.